Hi everyone, welcome to the Fat Lady Knits. And I keep starting by saying welcome to the Fat Lady Knits, but there's supposed to be an and there because I'm supposed to get to some of the things I do besides knitting, like my crocheting. I have two looms, so I'm supposed to be learning how to weave, embroidery. Um, what else? You know what? It's too much to even go into. But at some point, we'll get to the and part of the fat lady knits and. Okay? Your hair, thank you for coming by. What have you been up to? If they had made me in charge, this channel would be so different. There would be a way for us to interact without going live so that I can see what y'all have been doing. There's hope for the future. They might hire someone whose brain works like mine. Anyway, last time I was here, I said we'd talk about hats. And I found this one that I made. And it's a nice hat, but boring as hell. I look like a religious someone, like I'm so. Mm, okay, let's leave that alone. But I think what I need to do, it frames my face. You know what it is? I made it when I had hair on my head. Once I started chopping it, just shaving it clean, the hats are too big now. So, how long have I had my hair shaved? 2017. 6 years. Okay? And I really don't think I'm going back. The shave head look works well for me. I love it. Okay? So I'm going to have to do something to this hat. Well, I'm not so fond of the color. I like the way it's neatly done. I know I did this on the flatbed knitting machine. I suspect this is my version of Tom's Troop hat. Yeah, because this isn't a real rib. This is knitting that's just turned up like a hung hem for socks. This is a hung hem for hats. So yeah, this worked out well. I'm gonna try and adjust this because I can't figure out how come everybody else can get their whole head in their videos and I can't. Well, that worked. Very good. Okay. And yeah, so first hat. I think it needs some color. What do you think? I really do, because on what occasion would I need a white hat? I can't think of one. And I'm saying this wearing a white linen shirt, but I love this. Oh my God, if I had 100 of these, I would be happy and I would wear them every day. These are so comfy, they drape well, they're easy to clean, and I do not iron them. To me, ironing linen is like watching paint dry. What's the point? But let's get back to what I promised to talk about, hats. Yeah, this one is all right. I just need to do well, maybe I'll just leave it white. Who knows? Maybe I'll be invited to an all white something in winter. I don't see it happening, but it's possible. So I should leave it alone because left alone, I would what's that? Ice diet with every color you can think of. So let's leave this one alone. Yeah, and it's hot in here to be wearing this. Wow. Yeah, cause see, I had to wrap up this because I figured instead of a pom pom, I could just have this little like tower at the top of my head because there's a big difference between when you have hair when you do not. But good news. Remember last summer, my mom's double-sided hat? Is it a what do you call this? I know some people have come out with patterns that have all kinds of names for these hats, but my mom wanted a double hat. She wanted a hat in a hat so that on those really cold days she could wear her hat. And I have had all kinds of issues. I knitted too many rows. I had to take it out. I had to figure out how I was going to finish the top. But this is what I did, your traditional top. Okay? Now there's a little hole up here because I was stuck. I couldn't figure out to pom pom or not to pom pom. It's not my hat. I'm not into pom poms. They're cute. If you put pom poms all over the hat, I would love it. But one at the top, not it doesn't interest me. Looks good on a lot of folk, and my mom has no shortage of hats. Pom pom, no pom pom, cabled, rib, you name it. My mom has a hat for every occasion. And so this is done. I finally finished in time for next winter. Okay, and it's reversible, so she can wear her blue, or she can wear the cream that I knitted. For a minute there, I thought I saw a drop stitch. I was gonna go, no. That's I stretched one of the rib stitches. I have to fix that because I was like, I'm not doing this again. This was too much trouble. No, 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 no. But I like this, and she can wear it with the blue outside because she knitted the blue. I did the crown, but she did the rib and the body. So I just did this part, and yeah. So now she has two hats in one, and you see how she put half of a row in my favorite stitch, and I can't remember its name. Garter stitch. I've had too much on my mind. She did half a row of garter stitch. Okay, so no one can take her hat and say it's theirs. 'Cause nobody does that. That's her design element, and this is her blue and cream hat. So hooray for mom, it's done. I just have to give it to her now in time for next winter. Okay. Now the hat, oh my goodness. Remember this? Let me put it on. Hold on. This, if you remember, wait, oh, how do I get it? I know there's someone out there watching going, where are your earrings? Where I come from, it's absolute sacrilege for a woman to be seen in public without earrings. Oh my God. And then no, oh my goodness, that would be such a long conversation as to why am I not wearing earrings. But here's my hat. Now, this, remember, I showed last summer. This was my first attempt at felting, and I was trying to make a bag. And so it didn't come out the way I wanted. Let me adjust again. Try and raise this because I want you to see the whole hat. Well, I'll just hold my head down. And I woke up one morning, I had to go out, and I couldn't find any of my hats. I was like, no. It's bad enough on the days when I can't find socks. A sock maker who can't find socks, but someone who loves knitted hats and can't find a hat. And I just happened to look over and I saw my failed bag, and I said, why can't it be a hat for today? I have to go out the door in 5 minutes. I put it on my head, and it has this high crown that I think is a little too much for my head. So I tucked it in and I went out the door, didn't think anything about it. I got a couple looks on the train, but I'm like, riding the train, even if you were dead, you would get a couple looks. Anyway, I kept my appointment and I got there, and this lady slid up to me and she's like, that's a nice hat. Where did you get that? And I'm like, oh, I made it. And she looks at me like, yes, I made it. Do you know, for the rest of the day, people kept coming up to me and going, what a nice hat. Where did you get it? That is so nice. Do they have other colors? Does it come in other sizes? I was like, I don't know. I made it. And they kept looking at me and they were going, you could sell that. I'm like, never crossed my mind. They didn't know that I just woke up and threw this thing on my head because I couldn't find any of my cute little roll-up hats. I kept wearing my hat. I wore my hat for the rest of the week. I wore my hat the following week because everybody knew it was spring but Mother Nature. It has been cold, cold, cold here. So this came in handy. And then what happened? The requests started rolling in. I like that hat. Where's mine? I like that hat. Can I have one? I like that hat. Would it come with matching socks? Oh, what a nice hat. You only made one for yourself? Are those like passive aggressive ways of saying, where's mine? I think so. And since there's been a moratorium on buying yarn in my house, I didn't buy any sock yarn. I have so much sock yarn. Okay, so I went back to the store where I bought the yarn that I made the hat from. It was a bag, but now it's a hat. Do you know they had every color but this one? Not one skein of gray anywhere to be seen. So I did the next best thing. I bought every other color that they had. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And even with a discount, I almost fainted when they told me the amount because I didn't realize I bought so much. But I love this yarn. And where did I get it? Joann's. If you're a yarn snob and I lose you at this point, I'm sorry. But I love this yarn. This is their fisherman's wool. That's for felting. And I went absolutely nuts because they had this color. What is this color? Birch tweed. Okay. They had this one. This one reminds me of oatmeal. Is it called? It's called oatmeal. Okay. No, I'm gonna have to put this down because I'm telling you, I went nuts. What else did I buy? I bought this color. What is this one? Brown heather. Why am I squinting? I should have a pair of reading glasses here because I was working on blue earlier. I have no idea where I put it. I have that one. Oh, and then I have this one. Which is this one? This one is oak tweed. So we've got birch and we've got oak. This doesn't look anything like any oak tree I've ever seen, but okay. Okay, so those were the staples. And did I buy, because I know they had, excuse me, a more creamy looking one. Yes, natural. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors. Okay, they're all natural. It's not sock yarn, so I did not buy sock yarn. I bought yarn so I can make some felted hats. And since I was in that area, let me put these down. They also happen to have, oops, ooh, sorry about that. They had these other colors that I thought I could use as accent colors. Oh, those are both green. There's a different green missing and a blue. I have it here somewhere. But I figure, because, let's see. Ooh. I think these two would look really well together. I think this color would go well with anything. What do you think? And we could even, okay. So you don't have to go out and spend a fortune and $40 yarn just to make something nice. Now, I'm going to make these on my flatbed knitting machine and probably have to do the rib. Oops, I'm caught on blue. Excuse me 1 second. Because someone said to me, where's Blue? I'm like, she's usually right in front of me because I was working on a heel. But the table is too low, So she and I can't be in the same shot, but she's there. So I'm going to make those on, because I know I made this on my Chunky, my brother Chunky. The only thing I'm thinking is, oops, let me bite those words. I was about to say, and then I hand knit the rib. No, I didn't. This entire thing was made on the flatbed because I can see the seam. Okay? But with felting, it's barely noticeable. I didn't know I did such a good job. Okay, so I have to make time to do this because, as we know, I'm still on Sock Island. And the one thing I must say, I have learned about working with yarns that are supposed to felt. My felting projects do not felt like everybody else's project. They make these huge things and they felt it down to these tiny. I have never been able to do that. So I think I will make it closer to the size, the finished size that I want, because the yarns will felt. Because I know when I was working with, I think, is this a Knit? I think this is a Knit Picks yarn. Yes, it is. Their palette, or however. See, I'm getting stuff from Blue. Look at the Lycra. Go back home. Okay. This one felted more widthwise than lengthwise, and even then it felted beautifully, but it did not shrink as much as I would like it to. If anyone out there is a felter and you know what I'm doing that I shouldn't be doing so that I can make it big and have it really shrink down, please tell me. I've watched videos, I've done what they said. I have almost burnt myself with enough hot water. I'm there with tongs and hot water, and I've got gloves. I've got the knitted fabric. I've just pulled it out of hot water, and I'm rubbing it and agitating, and it hasn't shrunk the way I thought it would. I don't know what I'm doing. That's so annoying. But I have my yarn. And to complicate matters, I am clueless as to how I did this. The only thing I remember about this project, when I put it in the washing machine, I had to put things to agitate it. I picked all the wrong things. I used the flat weights from the knitting machine, and they were in a front-loading washer, and all I could hear was clink, chunk, clink. I was like, oh my God, they're going to destroy this machine. What am I going to do? For half an hour, I was sitting there going, no, 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 don't break, don't break, don't break. I'm talking to the glass door of the washing machine. Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break. When that machine stopped, oh my God, I was so relieved. And I slowly made my way over it to check, because I was like, how much would it cost to replace this machine? Oh my God. Fortunately, nothing broke. I will never do that again. It did a great job. I will never do that again. So instead, what I'm going to try are some tennis balls. Okay? And because I don't have a pair of sneakers. Because if I did, but that wouldn't be sanitary. So, tennis balls. So I'm going to try, I have 6 of them. I'm going to throw them in with my felted hat and keep my fingers crossed and get this done. But the only issue I have is, when am I going to have time since I'm stuck on Sock Island? Yes. Don't you wish you had all the time in the world to craft? It would be so wonderful. So you're like, I get up in the morning, I knit, I take a break, I crochet, I take a break, I weave. After dinner, I do my mosaic tile. A little later in the afternoon, I'm going to do, oh, that reminds me, the that machine, the Cricut, it's around here somewhere. It and I need to get acquainted so I can do some t-shirts. I went into one of my bins looking for sock yarn, and what did I find? Some blank t-shirts that I bought from Michaels last summer. So that's last year. So the Cricut machine and I need to get acquainted. I don't think our next episode is going to be about the Cricut because I'm still a little unsure as to what I need to do. Because you know what? I'm not trying to watch a 3-hour video on how to do everything on the Cricut machine. All I want to do is to be able to go in and put the words that I would like on the screen, have it cut it out, and me iron it on to my shirt. Okay? I will not be making welcome mats. I don't want to do glasses with people's names on it. There are other people doing that and they're doing a wonderful job. I just want to be able to put the sayings that come out my mouth, some of them, not all of them, some of them onto a shirt. That's all. But when I go on YouTube looking for a video, they're telling me about subscribing to Cricut, buying their bundles. I'm like, no, I don't want to do what you're doing. You're doing a great job. You don't need me trying to do that. Okay? I want to do a shirt that says Picot Queen. I want to do a shirt that has a giant sock on it. I want to do a shirt that has hats, knitted items. That's my area of interest. So if any of you out there know of a video that's 20 minutes or less, and we're pushing it at the 20 minutes, that shows me how to do that, please let me know. I do not want to subscribe to every monthly, they'll send me a lesson. I don't have time for that. I have so many videos to watch. I think I'll need another lifetime to do that. So if you know of a nice little video that will show me how to do, put Picot Queen, put a sock on my t-shirt, I would be grateful. And speaking of 20 minutes, this video has gone beyond that. So let me say thank you and goodbye, because I know I'm taking up some of your craft time. No. Catch you next time, and thank you for stopping by. Bye.